Hey, it's Jack from Alphacharts with a stocks to watch video. Today is June 22nd, 2024. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. And I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right, thank you for watching the video. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Helps me out a bunch. And also, you can find me on X at Alphacharts365. I do run a subscriber group there. It's only $10 a month. It's really inexpensive, but I do give a full subscription service product out there, from notes and videos and focus lists and annotated charts. And it's really a full-bodied service, but for a very budget price. It's great for that person that works full time, somebody that's new to trading, somebody that's it's just an inexpensive option to have another thought or idea to complement what you're already doing. It's a month-to-month thing, so it really, all you're out is $10 if you try it. And I think it's worth it. Again, it's one of those things that I started doing over a year ago, and have had great feedback doing it, and it's worth a try. All right, check it out. Go to Alphacharts365 and click on the subscribe button. All right, getting to the charts, we have a pretty good uptrend that's still intact from the October lows. And we're up to maybe a fib retracement here, so maybe a little consolidation, but overall nothing that has me overly concerned. And so we have a list of names that have some potential coming into this week. The way I am using DeepView, if you're interested in this trading software and more importantly scanning software, go to deepview.com. First one is Crowdstrike. So I had a very nice gap up right there. First, this gap up here, second gap up here. So it shows some major strength. And now it's holding up really nice. And this is where I would probably anchor my VWAP. And it's coming back in just to retest that. So I think that 367-ish area is very, very important. And I think if price can just kind of move sideways and then start to move higher, that would be a great spot for CrowdStrike. Looking at Kava is the next one. Sorry, oops, if I spell the name right. It's one that I've traded in the past, and I do currently have a position on. I like how it kind of came back and retested this 23-day, and look how beautifully it held it. So I think that's where my stop would go, is below that point. So it's a very low risk entry, roughly what, 5% or so. But I like how the buyers definitely showed up on that particular chart. A couple big cap names here. One of them is Microsoft. Again, has this inverse head and shoulders, and now it's just trending higher, right? I mean, if it breaks above 450, I think we could be along the name, right? I mean, that's pretty easy, and hopefully we all are at some level, whether it's our retirement funds or just trading. But this looks pretty good. Next up, again, some mega cap names are looking good. Google. Now, this one tried to break out. By the way, this is like a note that I use for my subscribers. It's one that we're involved in. I do have a position. I bought the breakout around 180-ish or so. So right now I'm about even on this trade. But if this can continue higher, which I think it can, I think that we could be long the name right here. And where's our stop? 176, 175 maybe. That was my initial from last week on this one. And I think this can move higher, right? And if, let's say it doesn't, it's a 3% risk, which, again, what more could you want, right? A low risk, potentially high reward, very liquid name. That's, absolutely beautiful to me. It may or may not work, but I would take that trade every time. Amazon, another, so on this weekly chart, again, it's a name that you see that we've been trying to get into from 6.9, 6.16. It's kind of gone sideways, but it's trying to break out once again. I think that's the highest close ever. So that's always a positive, right? I'm looking again. This was one that me and my subscribers are in. I think it's viable right in this area, and you could use this 183 as a stop, and that's easy. Maybe you want a little lower. Maybe you want 181 or so. That's fine. It's still a very, very low risk, high reward type of situation in a super liquid name. I mean, that's as good as it gets. SharkNinja, we've talked about this one in the past. Again, it's just kind of going sideways. Again, another one. So don't think like this video doesn't give you great setups. It's ones that I'm interested in as well. This is one that, again, subscribers may be involved in. It's what I own, and it looks like it wants to go higher from here, right? I mean, and if it doesn't, well, then 76-ish or now, I put stop 77. So you put 77 there, whatever. Even 70, if you want to move it to 76, that's fine with me. It's probably where I would currently put it. That looks pretty darn good, right? SharkNinja. ARM. Here is ARM. So semiconductor name. This is kind of where I think the breakout kind of occurred. Just kind of coming back and retesting it, pretty close to a retest. So you can decide on if it's enough. Maybe it comes back a little bit more. Maybe it comes to 148-ish or so. And that would be a real interesting spot. Again, fairly low risk reward. Low risk, high reward, especially if it comes in a little bit more, you get close to this 150-ish area. What else? Toast is on here. We haven't talked about Toast in a while. It's one I've liked. I like their concept. I like their idea. They're trying. I've been in this one before. I liked it as it started to break out. It couldn't, came back in. Now it's got some sort of bottoming look to it here, and it's above all its moving averages. So that's a positive for me. As long as it stays above, 23.89-ish, called $24, right? So above $24, I think we could be involved in Toast. Below $24, no reason to be involved in Toast. So overall, again, looks really, really good. Just maybe a little consolidation, maybe back to this, $25-ish area, and then maybe it goes higher. We'll see. What else do we have? Brothers Coffee, Dutch Brothers. If it can break out, it got back up to here, which is where I thought we could take some profits. Came back in, so now if it turns the corner and could come back above, I like Dutch Brothers above now, this 42.50-ish area. That looks really good. Maybe if this is a little flag or something, or maybe a retest down here, maybe you could buy a pullback, but I really like it above 42.50. That is Dutch Brothers, and let's just see where's the first of the year. First of the year was here, and it's up about 27% on the year, but very choppy trading, of course. And the last one I have is a newer one, is ENVX. This is ENXX. I'm not even sure what they do. Let's just take a look real fast. Advanced silicon anode lithium ion battery development, 3D cell technology, blah, 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 fancy stuff for electric vehicles. All right, batteries for electric vehicles, maybe some sort of new technology. It's really gone nowhere since 2021, which is when it IPO'd. Got up to, see, this is always interesting to me, the IPO VWAP, reversed, okay, no problem. Now it's kind of flagging, right? Nice little, let's see what this looks like here. Right where the 200-day is. Yeah, I'm going to watch this one. I think that has some potential in it, especially if we could tighten up. Does trade a good bit of shares, which is nice to see. And that looks good, right? Overall, if we could break this flag, maybe come back up here and break this VWAP, looks good. It might need to tighten up just a little bit, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's what I have for you. If you haven't done so yet, please check out my subscriber group. Click subscribe. This is by far the way that you can support me the best. And again, I appreciate y'all, and I really do put everything I have into that subscriber group. So I think that there is a lot of value for a very, very small price. All right. Thank you all very much. Have a great day.